Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, Hashem Rakagodah, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to make this quick video. Let's see where the Spirit takes me. And I may even go to the chat. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, Isaiah 4:1 is right at the door. So there's the video. I didn't even watch the whole video, put it by GMS Inquirer early too. The title is The Parking Lot is the New Apartment. Hashtag homeless, hashtag jobless. And these are people that have jobs, but they can't afford to pay rent with the money that they make on their jobs. This system is imploding. And they're feeling the hit. So, and even Edomites are bitching. So anyway, I'm going to play this video, the next one, and maybe the next. And you see why part of the title is Isaiah 4:1 is at the door. And they're trying to figure a way how to make ends meet and make it. You got to share. You got to live under a household with one man with a bunch of women. And you're going to have to work together. Esau does it. There's a TV show called Sister Wives. And y'all gonna learn, or you're gonna die here in America, you know. Anyway, I already see, man. I'm already picking women. I'm picking women in any way that I know. They're gonna be with me through the Spirit. You can look at a woman in your building, whatever, on your job. You digging on her. She ain't got a man. You ask the Most High to you claim that woman. Just like you claim things, you can claim things in the Spirit. So I claimed this one woman, she don't even know I claimed her. And I'm gonna tell her I claimed her too. And it's up to the Most High whether he gonna give me the woman or not. But then I'm going to get more women in that time when all hell breaks loose and shit is getting worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video, the next video, and possibly the next if it's a woman. Now you can see, she can be one of the 7. The next one, I don't know about that. This one here. So what I'm going to do is play these 2, and then I'm going to go into Isaiah 4:1, and I'm going to read it in the King James, the NLT, and possibly the Amplified version, and maybe even in the GNT. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me go to the GNT. Oh, for you brothers out there that you take time off to go out of the country, because a coup could take place and you can be caught up in that country and even die. There's Edomites that's out there with this coup, this drug thing. They killed this drug guy, this drug czar. So they taking it out on everybody. And there's Edomite. Well, I was watching a video that the elder out of Las Vegas, Karatazar, put up. The Edomite couple that left the will. They went down, him and his wife or whatever, and they left the son up there with the grandparents or whatever, and they're messaging them back saying, you're going to have to hold them for a couple more days, and I wrote a will, and things of that nature. But anyway, it's getting real. Like you got right here. $3,500 check per household. Trump. The hell just happened? Anyway, $3,500 is nothing. Shit, that might pay the rent, and you can buy a couple of things, and that's it. That money's gone. Back in the day, So you go back to the 70s, 35 was you know, you can do things with 35. Not today. Back in the 80s, you can buy a car for $2,000. Somebody do the fact check for me. But if I remember correctly, you know, a regular, you know, standard car back in the early 80s was a 2000. I remember I purchased my second car, really, because I got stuck on the first one. Pulled a fast one on me. But the second car was the Edomite dude. He's cool as hell. And the car was I got it in 1980. It was a 75. I was 5 years old. And it was $500. And I drove the shit out that car, man. It was an Ambassador. You know, the car looked good. This one Jake that I grew up with, I gave him a ride. He said, "You a man of the world." I said, "Nah, I ain't no man of the world." Because it was a Brougham. That was $500 fucking dollars. And the Edomite gave me $20 back. He said, "Put that in the gas tank." And that thing drove. I remember I drove until the engine got all fucked up, and I went to this service station. The guy said it's $700. And that's a high-end service station. It's an Edomite. $700 is for an engine job. But back then, $700 was a whole lot of money. Anyway, let me get on into this. Let me go to I hardly ever use this particular Bible Gateway. Okay, let me go to Isaiah. Yeah, these women are out of order. They're doing what the hell they want to do. When they get up under that household under you, seven women take all the one. They're gonna be under lock and key. Chastity belts might come back in fashion. We won't have them locked up. You don't have your women locked up, and then you're just gonna, have your pleasure with them. And that's what we're gonna be doing in the kingdom. We're gonna be doing a lot of rocking and rolling in the kingdom. That's gonna be our favorite pastime. Ain't gonna be no sports. The sports is we're gonna deal with all. That's the sport right there. That's the activity. Okay, let me go ahead and let me see something. I don't use this particular site, so I gotta learn it. What the hell going on? Bear me for a minute, y'all. Thing when I act up. If this doesn't work, I'll try it another way. Now it's working. Okay. 7 women. This is in the just want to make sure this is in GNT. GNT, yep. It says Isaiah 4:1, 7 women will grab one man on that day, saying, and it's not the kingdom that's before the kingdom. We will eat our own bread and wear our own clothes. Only let us take your name, take away our disgrace. Because a woman's not a woman unless she's connected to him. That's the purpose of a woman. To be for a helpmate for the man and to have sex with. When we speaking, let's say we speaking, we have, we out there speaking, working, whatever the hell we doing, and you come home and you got a beautiful young wife that you can she got food, she know how to cook, and she massage you, and you know, hey, it will be easy. It will be easy. If we had our woman, we caught all kind of hell, but we had our woman, it would be easy. So the Most High said, you know, I got to fully curse them, so I'm going to take their woman away. That's why it's hard to find a woman. Women want to know what type of job you got, how much money you got. They're pretty much, they don't understand that they're prostitutes. If you take a woman to a diner and you don't get none, but if you took her to a 5-star restaurant, you get some, guess what that is? That's prostitution. Because you gave him the box based upon how much money he took out. Or you buy a dress, or you buy this, or you buy that, and you get sex. And if you slow down on buying the shit, she's going to slow down on the sex. So that's prostitutes. That shows you that our women are not basically, our women are prostitutes. You're dealing with a prostitute. And then they go and they deal with, that's in Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and chapter 26, and it tells you about a virtuous woman and a wicked woman. In both of those chapters. So it says, what is it? A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, if I'm paraphrasing. And the female dog is a bitch. So our women got attitude problems. That's why you got a lot of Jake men. They go to the Philippines, and they go to Thailand. They go to these different places and they get these beautiful women. And sometimes they stay there, or they bring the woman back home. You had a lot of Jake men in World War II that fell in love with German women, Edomite women with big hips. You know, Edomite women, they got them German women, they got hips like the Jake woman, but bodies like the Jake woman, nice and thick. And that's how Jake like it. So you got a lot of U.S. GIs that would have children over there and leave their children there. Like in the case of Milli Vanilli, the light-skinned one, his father was a U.S. military guy in World War II, if I'm not mistaken. And he left his seed down there. Same thing with the Nam. You got a lot of Jakes down there in the Nam. But you got certain Jakes that bring their women back home with them. So an important part of our, blessing is the woman. That's an important part of it. So the Most High said, I'm going to take your woman. Anyway, so you gotta have the name of a man. Like a brother say, I had this one woman and she went to another camp. This was Barak and Yashawan. And Yashawan met my woman. And Barak said, and Yashawan said, oh, this is Tahar's woman. So Barak said, well, where did he find you? And she said, no, he didn't find me. We found each other. She was very spunky. And then once Yashawan said that, all eyes was off that woman. Well, that's Tahar's woman. You can't look at her. You can't say nothing to her. That's Tahar's woman. And that's how we rolled. That's how we rolled, man. If that's this brother's woman, okay, don't say nothing to her. Don't even salute the sister. Damn near give her a salute. Because that's your property. So these women are just out there. When martial law comes and the troops come in, what do you think they're going to do? If they ain't going to look for a girlfriend. They're going to grab whatever girl they think look good and they're going to pop it. They're going to take it and pop it and then leave it somewhere. So you're going to need protection. Like this chick she don't know. I might tell her the next time. I might say, look, you wanted my wife. You slated. I put a claim in on you. I put a claim in on you. And she is Simeonite too. And I got a thing. I got a thing for Simeonites now. Simeonites is my thing. But all the women of the tribes, but the Jake woman, hey brother, you're gonna have to be very special. Like that song, very special. You're gonna have to be very special if you're a Jake woman for me to want to get with you. But anyway, so let me go ahead. So I read this. Let me go ahead and play the video. There it is right there. Let me go ahead and play that. She cute. You know, she's not like she's 18. You know, the other one you can keep her. She seemed like a big loudmouth on the job. Anyway, let me just let this. Now it's stalling on me. But yeah, man, we're gonna get out. And part of the 7 women, we're gonna have Edomite women too. And Hawaiian women. We're gonna have them Japhetic. Brothers, we're gonna have a good old time. And our women are too. Because we're gonna be there for them. But we're gonna be blessed. We're gonna be blessed. We're gonna have all of you want a Japhetic woman, you can get a Japhetic woman. You know, you want a Filipino woman, you can get that with Sheikh Jake any goddamn way. Moabite women, Ammonites, Japhites, all them women, man. You have your woman, your Japhite woman, put that grass skirt on and do that dance. You know, they got some fine women in other nations, not as fine as our women. When the Most High bless our women back, especially the Judite woman's gonna be the baddest woman out there. That's gonna be the baddest woman out there, man. That woman there, she's gonna be better than all them tribes. And she's gonna be humble, and she's gonna be righteous, and she's gonna be and she's gonna be built right. She's gonna be right and tight and ready to delight. Inside joke. If you saw the movie Bamboozle, you know what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and play this. She's a cutie. She's a cutie. She up in age. She's probably in her 30s, maybe her late 20s, early 30s, or she got she's from that thing, But we're gonna get them young.
My landlord raised my rent last month, January. I could barely afford the rent to begin with.
Because you know what? Now, she's by herself, right? She's single. Like that show Living Singles. Because she would have said, well, me and my husband can't afford it. Or, me and my man can't afford it. So she's, them women got them, and I dealt with many women that had, back in the day, when they had their apartments, you get in good with a woman. You might have a main woman and you have a woman on the side. But there's one woman, you getting good with them, they give you the keys. And you can go to the house when you want to go to the house if she's out there working, and you there when she get there, man. And wait up, hold up. This thing is acting up. But we close. We damn sure close. Come on now. Now she's saying this can't be legal. Do you know, girl, that you in hell? You're here to be punished. And it doesn't just apply to the Israelite man, it applies to you women too. It's applying to Esau.
Already talking about raising the rent for March. Like, is that shit legal? Like, can he do that? Can you raise the rent so soon after raising it? Because he's telling me his mortgage went up. And so he has to raise the rent. Otherwise, he's going to end up losing money. And I'm thinking, how is that my problem? How is that my fault? Everything is going up for everyone. But you can't just go ahead and raise the rent 2 months after you...
She's one of them independent women. You know, living single. You know? She don't need no man. But now you need a man. You need a man. This Syrian chick I'm talking about, man, she gonna get good. Like I said, when I see her, I'm gonna say, you got to put a claim in for you. You know? And you can't do a damn thing about it. If the Most High put the mindset in you and open up your mind to that, you mine.
Already raised it. I'm so sick and tired of this. Like, this shit can't be legal. Like, how is this legal?
You need a man. Like the song says, you need a man with sensitivity. A man like me. This is, hey, it's our turn. It's our turn. Who said that? Who the hell said that? It's our turn. No, the Screwface. It's your turn. Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody wants dead. It's your turn. Well, it's our turn to get these blessings. These blessings are coming to us. Slowly but surely, we're getting these blessings. You can feel it. You can feel it. And Esau's getting cursed.
I've been looking for somewhere to stay for the last past 3 months. Rent so motherfucking how you can't afford to live by your...
You could just see she's a big mouth, outspoken black woman, curse. The video started 3 seconds in the video. She's cussing. It reminded me of my sister, man. Oh, big mouth. My two sisters, big mouth, nigga woman. Big shit talking nigga woman.
Motherfucking self. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Damn, that's 4 curses in less than 5 seconds. Who wants her? Who wants to go home with this?
The job I work ain't paying a goddamn thing. What fuck y'all work at? If y'all living by yourself, can y'all please tell me how the fuck y'all making ends meet? How are y'all paying car note, life insurance, car insurance, rent, and buying motherfucking food and utilities? Can somebody please come up under here and help me? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong motherfucking place, because ain't no way one person doing all this motherfucking shit. It ain't no motherfucking way. I've been confused for the last past 3 motherfucking months. It ain't no way one person doing all this motherfucking...
And we all know that's a wig. That's a hairpiece.
shit. What the fuck do I need to do?
People are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things.
So either what do? You either give them a UBI, Universal Basic Income, or you kill them. We just experienced another major storm in New York, in the New York area. Well, that whole East Coast, Northeast. And it wasn't so bad. You know, they said, oh, it's the worst storm ever. Man, I got in my car. I didn't even do nothing, man. I just wiped the windows down, backed the hell up. I put it in reverse, put it in park, and then boom, 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 got out. And I just started driving around. I just started driving. Everything was fucking closed. I'm just driving all over the place for like a good, a good hour. Just checking shit, the roads and all that. Some roads were not passable, others were. And I said, well, this wasn't all that bad. Then I came back and I parked my car. I timed it. When I parked the car, it was a Sabbath. The Sabbath came in.
We'll decide. People are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things.
Not for most things. So either you give them a UBI or you get rid of them. And they're saying, you know, the last storm they had 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 a month ago, whatever. It was. I said it was a weather machine. I said this is a weather machine too. Because this one is worse than the other, but it wasn't that bad. You know, it really wasn't that bad. You know, I'm from New York, so I'm used to this shit. But what they did was they said all the major storms happened on a year ending on the 6th. They said 2006, 2016. What was it? I think it was 96, 2006, 2016. 2026. So there were 4 major blizzards in this area mainly, but it all ended on the year 6, whether it be 96, 06, and so forth. So my thing is that they using this weather modulator modification. You know? So they already have this plan and ain't nobody waking up to it. The main plan, and he's going to be a part of it, if not him, somebody else, that mark. The main thing is a mark. You don't take that mark, you're done. So anyway, let me go to these precepts right here. And then I'm going to get ready to close it. Another scripture that come to mind is, well, you can go to 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16, Daniel 12, time of Jacob's trouble, great tribulation, Matthew 24, Jeremiah 30, verse 7. All hell breaking loose. Those are just some of the precepts. And Jacob's trouble is also will turn into Esau's trouble. Because at the end of Jacob's trouble, Esau trouble comes. So we're gonna go to Isaiah. Oh, I forgot to mention Isaiah 32 and 9. You can start from 7. And that goes into the women. How they gonna catch hell for a year. The scriptures translate into a year, a day above a year. Which I may go into it, but I may not. So this is Isaiah 4 and 1. And we're going to go read it in the different versions. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. In the kingdom of heaven, this is how you know this is not the kingdom. Well, how do you know this is not the kingdom of heaven? Because our women are not going to be working and taking care of themselves. They're going to have servants do all their work. They're going to be living. Like you go to the movie, check out the movie, the original Coming to America, the way they were living over there in Africa. That the royals, the men and the women, that's how our women gonna live. Us and our women gonna live. We're gonna have servants do everything. It says, and it says in Isaiah 61, 5th or 6th verse, I think it's the 6th verse. It says, and in their glory, the other nations' glory, what they do to give us the forces of the Gentiles, it says we're going to boast in their glory. They're going to be busting their ass, and we're going to boast. The plowman shall overtake the reaper. The plowman, we are the plowman, we the farmers. So we're going to overtake the reaper. We're going to take the slave master. We're going to run the plantation. It's going to be 12 years a slave, reverse the characters. They got to pay for it. And they're looking for ways to get out of it. There's no way you can get out of it. You got to go into captivity. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach or disrespect. Because a woman she's 22 years old, 23, they'll start telling you, you're 28, you're 19, you're 20, your biological clock is ticking. That means if you don't get a baby at a certain time, you're going to be an old maid. And the older you get, the more complicated it is to have children. See, you're supposed to start having children 12, 13, 14 years old. You know? It says, and wear our own apparel. So they're going to take care of their own self. They're not going to be a burden unto us, but we're going to get the sex anytime we want the sex. And they're going to have to work together. Gun ho. They're going to have to work together. Gun motherfucking ho. So now let's come over here. Let's go to Amplified. And thanks to Vocab Malone, we go into these other. We got to give him credit. We got to give Vocab Malone credit for Hebrew Israelites do is go to the King James. Okay, we'll go to these. Oh, thank you. Sometimes the NLT might be a little bit more deeper. Anyway, this is in the Amplified, Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women will take hold of one man, one Israelite man, because why? Isaiah 13. A man or Israelite man shall be. Edomites ain't going to be more precious than fine gold. These Edomite women craving Jake. They're craving Jake. Because where to go? I made a statement. That should be a quote. Be a poster with me quoting this Tahar quote. It says, when you lose your woman, to your captive, you done lost your kingdom. You done lost your kingdom. Here you are in the power seat, and your woman is craving the servant. So we're coming back, and they see it. Edomite women see the royalty in the Jake man. Man, when I say the Jake man, I'm talking about all the tribes. All the tribes. There's one Edomite woman, good-looking Edomite woman, they were interviewing her. And I said, what kind of man you like if you had the choice? She said, a black man. So the guy, it was a Jake. He said, well, why the black man? You know what she said? She said, because that's the only thing that's going to save my children. And what do you mean by that? He said, because my children have melanin. So she damn near said, my children are going to be Israelites. And you can have sex with other nations' women and have children with them, and they're just going to be Israelites. That's all. It says, and in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food and wear and provide our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name. When a man and a woman get married, the woman's name changes, right? I think they're showing shit in yeah, they really going at it in Mexico. Anyway, it says, only let us be called by your name, take away our shame, and being unmarried, meaning not having the name of a man and not having children, because you need to have a man to lay with you in order for you to have children. Now this right here, you go to Isaiah the 3rd chapter. Isaiah the 3rd chapter, this should have been the last verse of Isaiah the 3rd chapter. But it's set up that way. See, this should be part of the 3rd chapter, and then this should be the next chapter. Right? Because all this here is in the kingdom. All this is kingdom. Said in that day, the branch of the Lord will be splendid and glorious. That's the kingdom. And the fruit of the land will be excellent and lovely to those of Israel who have survived. That's the elect that make it. So you read the rest of this this chapter right here, you see that it's talking about the kingdom. This is talking about on this side. And them women going to learn how to work with each other. Like I said, they're going to be sister wives. Because they can get pushed out. Oh, there's all kind of hell. I'm watching Alex Jones on Roku. Rumble, rather, which is Roku TV. Anyway. So, let me do this. Let me go to the NLT. See what the NLT says. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying. Now that's in the Apocrypha, in 2nd Ezra 16. The widows, the bridesmaids, not having their husbands because they shall die in the wars. And there's going to be a shortage of men when the missiles drop, because there's going to be war, skirmishes around the planet Earth. So who go to war? Men. So there's going to be shortages. There's a major shortage of men in Ukraine. And them women in Ukraine, they look good. So we can take them women and we can pop them and have Israelite babies with them. They said, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. So what is an old maid? A woman that might be 25 years old, she ain't pregnant. And behind her back, they call that, you know, she an old maid. I remember that. You know, she an old maid. So that's a disgrace. So let me come on back. I want to go past him. Fair use, fair use.
We'll decide.
Shalom, giving all praises and glory to our
Okay, so we're going to listen to a little bit of this. We may listen to the whole thing, 17 minutes long.
Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakadash, giving double honors to the men that are worthy of double honor, being our apostles and our elders of the Church of Great Millstone, which is based out of New York, who are ruling well. Shalom, peace and love to the rest of the elders, bishops, and brothers that are laboring to push the truths of knowledge and understanding. Shalom, peace and love to all of the rest of the hopeful elect that are listening and learning, patiently waiting for these last profound prophecies to happen and the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. The parking lot is the new apartment. You know, and I'm not one that came up with that title. However, I'm borrowing it, you know, from a video that I saw via TikTok. The parking lot is a new apartment. You know, as I'm saying that, you know, I'm looking at this this meme that I have that someone created with AI. But however, it has some facts on there. It says working 40 hours per week. Can't pay for a 2-bedroom home in any U.S. state. All right, the typical U.S. worker would need to work 116 hours weekly, and that's 2.9 full-time jobs. All right, to pay for a 2-bedroom rental, according to the national law.
Now, back when I was a kid, a child, you always had a man. You didn't have this woman had living single nonsense. You always had back in the day, most Jake got married, man. You know? Or if they didn't get married, they'd be an item. Most apartments that you go, you would have a man and a woman. That single shit, living single shit came about really in the 70s. So now it's backfiring on these women.
Income housing report of 2025, a full-time worker must earn an hourly rate of 33.63, all right, to afford a basic home, and a lot of people ain't making that. Simply to put it, you know, there's another thing that comes to mind too, because they're prepared. All right, within their new world order. All right, within this new system. All right, they don't need everybody. All right, and it's just a matter of time before they start calling the herd. All right, they call you goyim. They call you useless eaters. All right, the pompous, all right, Kill Bates, all right, said on a particular talk show that we'll decide how many humans we need after AI. All right, that's what Kill Bates said. And I'm reminded, as I'm saying this, you know, of the Georgia Guidestones, all right, which were exploded.
Boom, and they did it, and it wasn't even a big thing in the news. The ones that conspiracy theorists, they were up on it. There wasn't no major news. Ain't nobody. What is the Georgia Guidestones? And they said there was a mysterious car and it blew shit up. But before that, some years before that, there were people condemning that. They would get red spray paint or black spray paint, and they would call New World Order, you know, or they would have the NWO, and then they would have a circle with a line through it. So people were waking up. But on the Georgia Guidestones, if you look at, you go to Google, you look it up, it was written, I believe, in 8 different languages. And in English, it said we must preserve humanity to no more than 500 million people on the planet Earth. There's almost 9 billion people, 8+ billion people on the planet Earth, and that's a lot of people too. So that means you would have to kill damn near 8 billion people. Let's say there's 8.5 billion people. You got to kill 8 billion people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's why I believe this whole weather thing that's going on is weather modification, a weather machine. You got earthquake machines, weather machines. They can do what they've been doing, seed clouding, I believe, since the 60s, maybe even the 50s.
You know, during the whole COV, you know, scenario, which is come to find out through an Epstein file. You know, this is a rumor through an Epstein file. All right, that basically the whole COV, all right, was a gimmick. All right, that was planned out by the Kill Bates, all right, and Belinda, all right, Hates organization. All right, so we're definitely dealing with some devils, man.
Yeah, because see now, let's deal with that. The COV, we know what that's talking about. The C Ragamuffin. What camp said don't take it? It's all bullshit. GMS. What camp said go ahead and take it? You should take it. You damn near you're ordered to take it. IUIC and ISUBK. Did people die? And these I don't know about ISUBK, but I know IUIC. The year of 2021, that's when they were taking them jump shots. They did a report on how many people died the year 2021 because they had the 2022 Passover. You can the video's still up. IUIC 2022 Passover. The first 15 minutes, they either said 20 or 22 people died that year from the thing. So I said, well, wait a minute. Didn't you tell them to take the jump shot? I know that they died from the jump shot. A friend of mine, childhood friend, who was like 11 years old, he died from it. And he told me that he was going to pass about a week before he passed. And he said he know why he going to pass, because of them damn jump shots. He said, I should have never took them jump shots. And there were certain people that I know, you know, friends that have relatives that, there was one couple, they were up in age, they both took it together, and one died 1 month and the other one died the next month. You gonna die today and your homeboy gonna die tomorrow. Inside joke.
All right, and this devil, all right, Nada Yahoo. Nada Yahuda keeps a syringe on display, all right, as a souvenir, all right, commemorating the whole situation, which, all right, every nation, all right, upon the planet Earth.
Yeah, those pharmaceutical companies made billions upon billions of dollars, and they became rich, and plus they took a lot of people out too.
All right, that push, you know, that juice, all right, have seen a decline or a drop within birth rates. All right, all but the land of Israel.
See these women, you see her crying, she's all fucked up. What she gonna do? You're gonna realize that you need a man. You're gonna need a man for real. Keep thinking of that song, A Man with Sensitivity, A Man Like Me.
And I wonder why. So with the advent of AI, all right, and AI eventually taking over jobs, all right, and people losing jobs on top of that, them not having a place to stay, all right, what do you think that they're going to do with all of the people that remain behind? All right, the people that are considered idle, all right, because they're forcing you into a position of being idle. All right, you don't have a home and you don't have a job. All right, they're setting, you know, the tone. All right, to get rid of people. All right, to call.
Well, in Canada, you can get suicided by a doctor. You can get what's called a medical assisted suicide, and they're doing that because they want to cut down the population any goddamn way. See, with them, it's about cutting down the population. Opposite of what the Mosai said. Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua said, be fruitful and multiply. Esau is saying, no, there's too many people, we got to cut them down. So they're in direct contradiction to the Most High. Now, these Christians ain't talking about what Bill Gates is doing in the Christians don't even speak about the Rothschilds and the Illuminati.
All the herd, all right, because they can't just have within their New World Order, all right, people just sitting around and wasting resources. All right,
no, you can't have that. That would be called a useless eater. Like this woman, she's a useless eater. What purpose? All she does is talk shit all day. Watch her shows.
What do you think that the whole global warming thing is about? All right, it was about, you know, establishing this New World Order, all right, throughout the whole earth, all right, into dealing with wasteness, all right, to deal with pollution, to deal with wasteness of resources, all right, which they view you people as being wasters. So they purposely devise, you know, their AI algorithm, all right, to drive up the prices of rent. So as rent spikes, you know, faster than wages, you know, people still aren't making enough to be able to afford, all right, places to stay. All right, there's one testimony of a woman who said that she just moved into an apartment and her landlord has already raised the rent on her. All right, this ties into their agenda. All right, you will own nothing and be happy. But however, the people that will be left to participate within the society will be the ones that, well, this is what they desire, that they'll be able to choose. All right, as the Bill Gates, all right, said, we'll decide, you know, how many humans, all right, we need after AI. All right, so they'll decide how many humans and what humans that they need. But however, when they're about to fill their belly, the Most High Heavenly Father is going to rain thermonuclear destruction upon them. All right, but look at the way that they talk, man. All right, concerning the lives of individuals, they see them as useless, as nothing, as something, such as a pawn on a chessboard that they can manipulate, all right, and use however they want to. All right, they can get rid of it, they can sacrifice it. That's the reason why the scripture says in Psalm 73, verse 8, and this is in the NLT, they scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seek to crush others. All right, and Wisdom of Solomon, when you tie that in, all right, Wisdom of Solomon 2:11, they say, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found nothing worth. All right, basically, we have the power. All right, so we can dictate or determine, all right, what we can do with people's lives however we decide. All right, this is the mind state of the rich elite banking families. All right, for that which is feeble is found nothing worth. Look, you don't have the power to resist us. So we can do whatever the hell that we want to against you. All right, there's nothing that you can do to stop us. And it's just a matter of time, all right, before this all pans out. All right, and when it does, all right, this is going to leave a lot of people in a position where, all right, they don't have jobs, and also they don't have homes. All right, making them what? Making them idle. All right, this happened to us during the siege of the Babylonians, all right, and the Edomites, all right, who assisted them. Lamentation 4 and 5, it says, they that did feed delicately, all right, are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in scarlet embraced dunghills. All right, this is getting ready to happen now. All right, again. All right, but it won't just be Israelites that this happens to. All right, it's going to happen to other nations as well. And when you go into that word delicately, all right, the word goes into dainties. All right, those are those rich food, the ones that are filled with fat, such as steak, you know. All right, you can have a broke-ass American, but they still eat good, you know, offer such things as food stamps, you know, WIC. And they were living off Section 8, so they were living good and eating good. All right, but now...
Yeah, that's the mouth from the mouth of the dragon in Revelation 12. All that's going to stop. There's going to be a point where they stop feeding you from the mouth of the dragon. I'm merely paraphrasing Revelation chapter 12.
Now is not the case. All right, dealing with things such as hyperinflation, all right, and then housing insecurities. And the next thing that's going to get thrown in the mix is the loss of jobs to artificial intelligence. So to reread that scripture, but reading it in the NLT.
And she's in a position where if they offered her the chip and she can make, a lot of times they're going to say, well, we'll offer you the chip and we'll give you more money on top of it. We'll give you a better job. But you got to take that, the requirement is you got to take that chip. That's how they're going to get a lot of Jakes. Because Jake's bullshit. They'll watch YouTube and come across a Hebrew Israelite video and they'll criticize it or they'll follow a certain group of Israelites and not others. And they may come across GMS videos and, that don't make no sense because they're listening to other Israelites. See, these other Israelite groups are set up to confuse the people.
The people who once ate the richest foods now beg in the streets for anything they can get. All right? They're going to be homeless. And when people see that begging ain't going to cut it, they're going to loot. They're going to riot. Those who once wore the finest clothes, all right?
Now, see, she's crying because she don't know what to do. She's thinking about, do I go back to her parents if her parents are still alive, or where can I go? And I'm pretty sure in her mind, she probably had a man that women do that too. They'll get with men, and a relationship will be, I know, because I've been in a relationship like that. Relationship would be good, and all of a sudden she just want to move on. She just want to move on, man. So they want to be a career person. They want to fulfill their life. They want to feel some sense of worth. So now she's got to humble herself to go up on, if a man, let's say a guy that may be 10 years, 20 years older than her, willing to take her in, she ain't going to want that nigga. She might want a young nigga, but then she want to control a young nigga. So one thing these women are going to have to learn is humility. You know?
Now search the garbage dumps for food. This is how bad it's about to get out here. All right, let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. It says, behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle, all right, with things offered unto idols. All right, a person that is idle, all right, you don't have nothing to do. You don't have a damn thing to do. All right, idle definition according to Google, without purpose or effect, pointless. All right, spend time doing nothing. All right, if you ain't got no job, what are you going to do besides sitting around wasting and eating up resources? Let's see, of a person not working, unemployed. All right, so you're idle. All right, this was one of the things that the Egyptians said about us when we complained. All right, in Exodus 5 and 8, it says, "And the tale of the bricks, which they did make heretofore." Actually, I believe this is when Moses went before them. They said, "Well, look, they don't have anything to do, so give them more work." All right, and the tale of the bricks which they did make before, or heretofore, Salakia, ye shall lay upon them, or ye shall not diminish aught thereof. All right, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, "Let us go and sacrifice to our power." All right, so basically saying that, look, they ain't got enough work to do, give them more work. So anyways, the people that are idle in this society are going to be
And to go more into it, they said take away straw. Let me see if I can go find that real quick. Let me just put in the word straw. If I can spell that right. Yeah, so these Egyptians wanted to make Israel's life harder. Give me a second there. Yeah, I believe that's it. Okay. Right. Don't. This isn't an NLT though. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. I'm not gonna go to the whole context. I should. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Exodus 5 and 7. So the Egyptians made it even harder for them with the bricks. They had to make the bricks too. Let me see if this come up. Should come up. Okay, let me go to the context. Exodus 5 verse 4. And the king of Egypt said unto them, "Wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works get you unto your burdens?" And Pharaoh said, "Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens," making it life easy. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, "Ye shall no more give the people straw to make bricks as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves." So he made their lives harder because of what Moses and Aaron did. Let's come on back to the video.
Individuals that lose their jobs, lose their homes, lose everything. All right, and the elites are going to say, "Well, let us give them the thing that is offered unto idols, which is going to be the mark of the beast, the RFID chip and the brain chip." See, they're doing this purposely. All right, making the cost of living unaffordable. All right, inflating, the dollar. All right, making it to where you can't afford to live so that they can put you in a position, all right, to where they can blame you, they can charge you.
Now, mind you, Edomites are talking the same shit that Jake is talking about. Jake is talking about they're getting ready to get kicked out their house. Do you know how many homeless Edomites there are in America? And I see them all the time. You see an Edomite in the truck, and then you'll look in the back. They'll be sleeping in the front. It'll be the daytime. You look in the back of their car. You take a peep in the back of their car, and they got all kind of clothes and luggage and shit back there. I said they straight up homeless, and they got to move from place to place. In the daytime, they'll park somewhere, sit, be there for a couple of hours, and get up, go someplace else. So you ain't doing good. America's not going to be made great again, according to Trump.
All right, and they can give you an option. All right, accept the MOTB and be reintroduced into the New World Order Society, all right, or to be called. But those that receive the MOTB are going to be called anyway. All right, the MOTB is a GPS amongst many other things. All right, you can buy and sell with it. You can use it for medical, all right, purposes. You can do all types of things with it. But however, the point of making it, saying that it's a GPS, well, they know where you at all times. All right, so if they decide that there's too many people, then they're going to decide, who is the next round of individuals to go. So taking the MOTB does not save you. It doesn't guarantee you a place within Esau society. 2 Ezra 16 and 69.
Oh, you do a lot better than us. The ones that don't take, but everybody's going to take it anyway. If you are not a member of GMS, and if you're weak in your GMS, you're going to take it anyway. Your wife might get you to take it. Some of us will have to face getting our heads chopped off.
And they that
and I can't wait. I can't wait.
Sin unto them shall be head in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. All right, so the parking lot, is the new apartments. Parking lots are the new apartments. All right, you got people all over the United States can't afford to stay somewhere. All right, this includes men and women. All right, but majority of women, because there's more women here. But all of these independent ass attitude, having you can't tame me, you can't control me ass women. I don't want to be with you. I'm going to break up with you because you cheating on me. You got other women. Well, you about to have a change of tone soon. All right, because you're going to get tired of being in that car. All right, cramped up. All right, cold as fuck in certain conditions. All right, hungry, stomach growling. All right, you're going to change your tune. All right, you're going to take that opportunity, all right, to have a hot shower and to be a secondary woman. All right, it's getting to a point where you cannot live alone. You got to have a roommate or two or three or four just to be able to live in a place where you can have heat. All right, in a bed. All right, those independent times are changing. You better get your act right too. All right, because the men of the Lord are going to be picky.
Well, you got that right. We're going to be picking and choosing. I was always a picker and a chooser any goddamn way. I ain't just, I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very particular with women that I get with. So when the time comes for the picking, we gonna get them. We're gonna straight up getting them, man. And they're going to learn. First thing they're gonna have to learn is humility, man. I said I wasn't gonna go to this, but I'm gonna go to this. Isaiah, cause she's getting ready to feel it. She's still in the house. The process got to be where she gonna have to look for someplace else. She might have to go to a place that's, you can go to a decent area in town, or you can go to a bad area in town. You know the difference. So let me come over here, and I'll go to the Amplified. Let me go to. Okay, where we at? Isaiah 32 and 9. Like I said, you can start at 7. Actually, you can start at the first verse. Go right to the P. Rise up, ye women that are. This is AMP, I'm sorry, amplified. Rise up, you women who are carefree, and hear my voice. You confident and unsuspecting daughters. You don't expect what's coming down on this world. Listen to what I am saying. In little more than a year, you will tremble with anxiety. When she started crying, that's anxiety. Thinking about where she's going to find a new place. That she's going to go to a place that is not as decent area as the place that she's living in now. You unsuspecting and complacent woman, for the vintage has ended. What vintage? The fact that you're doing good in America. You got a decent job where you got enough money that you can pay the rent. You got what's called exposable income, and you got money that you can save. So you got to have money. This is what you women do. They get a decent job, and they'll let a man pay for everything, and they'll save their money. It says, and the harvest will not come. You ain't going to get that job that the dream job. Even though a lot of y'all got degrees in college, and you ain't making the money that you thought you were supposed to make. It said, tremble, you women who are carefree. Tremble with fear. You complacent ones. Strip, undress, and wear sackcloth on your waist in grief. Right, sackcloth is a garment of mourning. You know, you like to go to these. See, Jake get money. They like to go to these upscale places to buy a $150 pair of jeans or jewelry, or they got to get a Rolex. They always wanted a Rolex. Fuck a damn Rolex, man. You know what I use for a watch? My phone. You know, fucking Rolex. Beat your breast in mourning for the beautiful field, for the fruitful vine, for the land of my people growing over with thorns and briars. That's bad times. Bad times. Yes, mourn for all the houses of joy in the joyous city. Now, at one time, America was a joyous. You did good in America. There was a time you got a college education, you got a good job. It ain't happening no more. I remember I worked at certain jobs, used to get fat Christmas bonuses. You don't get that shit no more. I don't give you no Christmas bonuses no more. You know? I was working at this one job. It was like one of my first jobs. I didn't even know what a bonus was, and the boss gave out bonuses, and it was back then. That was early. It had to be like 80, 79, somewhere around there. One of my first jobs. I had jobs before that, but that was a job that the dude, he gave you all kind of medical benefits, all kind of. You want to go to college, you want to be a doctor, he'll pay for the whole fucking thing. And he gave, in a so-called Christmas, he gave them envelopes out, man. And I forget what it was, but it was a lot. I think it was maybe 500. Back then, 500 was a lot. So there was times when Jake was doing good, especially our woman. Jake woman wouldn't go out with Jake, man, if he ain't got a high school diploma at least. Or if he got a high school diploma and not a college education. And you finding out that these college educations, these degrees ain't paying the bills. And then you got college debt and credit card debt. Just listen to a little bit more. I'm sorry. Going a little bit long. We at the end. We at the end.
So with that, I truly hope that this lesson was edifying, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of the Church of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and love to the hopeful elect. To the next time, shalom.
Yeah, she's in anguish. She don't know what to do. She's crying.
Atlanta.
Anyway. Shalom, on to the next.